Field, Tiara, Bolden, head coach Scott Rueck. Scott, your opening statement.
Thank you, Andrew. Well, every win's a great win, and this was a fun game. Anchorage is they're an excellent D2 team. They're used to winning. That's all their culture's been for a long time. And so anytime you play a team like that who has nothing to lose, it's dangerous. And I thought they did a really good job today moving the basketball, just competing like crazy on the defensive end of the floor. I thought they played a very smart game in every way. I thought they executed well. And so it was a fun challenge to navigate, and that's what the game was. It was like navigating it. It was like searching, finding, trying to figure out the best way to attack them, who's going today, who's not going today, who's going now, who's not going now, and using all 14 players, throughout the game to try to kind of figure it out. And so that was fun. And so really proud of the team for finding a way to win, and the way we executed in the fourth quarter was I thought, excellent and impressive. We had great performances in the second quarter as well. Kind of when they had momentum, we gave up 24 points in the first quarter, and to regain control of the game, that group that was in there in that second quarter, I thought played a key role in the game today as well. And that was our bench, and so I was really impressed by them. The ceremony before the game was great, and it was a great crowd today. I didn't know what it would be like. It's Christmas shopping season, and so I thought Sunday afternoon maybe the crowd would suffer a little bit, but then I remembered that we have Amazon to thank for keeping people in Gill Coliseum today, and so it was a great time to get to celebrate last year's championship with the ring ceremony, and so just a fun day.
How much confidence does it give you guys moving forward when you have when you've experienced a game like this where it's kind of back and forth, and then you have to get through adversity and then retake control of the game?
I think the preseason and the non-conference schedule is built for that. You're going to go through all kinds of things in November and December. You're going to be challenged by big name teams, challenged by D2 teams, challenged by everybody, and you're kind of forming your identity, as you go. And this team is certainly searching for an identity. We're too inconsistent to say that we have one right now, in my opinion. There's times where we're locked down defensively, really focused offensively, and then there's times where we're not. And we've seen flashes of both too often. Not often enough in the great sense. But if you think about the way this group played against Vandy in stretches, the way we played the second half at Oregon the other night, that proved that we can play with anybody. The way that we played against Illinois, we can compete when we're locked in and focused. And so that's who we actually are as a team. We do veer from that, right now as a group. And so that's our hurdle at the moment, is to maintain consistency. So all the different looks that we're seeing, from whether it's styles of play or names on the jersey, which I don't think should ever matter. Great teams don't care. We're on our way to that. We're just not there yet. So I've been really pleased with the challenges that we've faced, because we've needed them, and more are to come. We have 3 more. And so this group's figuring it out, and it's, challenging but also fun to help them.
And then what do you think it's going to take to get over that hurdle and be more consistent and play to the identity you guys want to have on a regular basis? Yeah.
The only way to that is the team deciding that's what they want. That's it. Coaches, we can set the table, but it's their team. And as much as I would love to help them and lead them in that way, and our coaching staff, when I say me, I think I speak for all of us, basketball is about the players. We're here to direct and guide and help, but it's their team. And, so this team, the leadership is still evolving. When Kat went down, Kat was probably that person. But when we lost her for the year, then it was like, okay, who's that voice? And we have new people that do have a lot of experience to speak from. We've got returners that do as well. We've got young players that have great things to say. So for us, it's kind of like, okay, this group has to decide collectively, this is who we are and this is who we're going to be and this is our standard. Every great team, it's coming from the locker room. And so that's their journey.
And then last one for me, and then I'll finally give it to the other people. I just wanted to ask you about the rebounding, because that was a really big difference maker in this game, particularly on offense. Just how did you evaluate that, and what did you like about it?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought, it was clear that we weren't shooting the ball extremely well today. So give Anchorage a ton of credit for forcing us to take tough shots. I thought they played very good position defense all game long and made us react to them. It was not easy to get to the rim, and so give them credit for that. That meant there were opportunities for offensive rebounds, and I thought when Lara came in, the team just spotlighted her for this in the locker room a minute ago, but she was all over the O boards and kind of set the tone for us, I thought, late in the first quarter, and that remained throughout. And then, you can just kind of picture Kennedy, flying in there, and Lizzie keeping a lot of them alive, and I know everybody did, but there were some great efforts on the boards today, and of course we needed that.
Tiara, kind of speak to turnovers this game, how it impacted the momentum of the game, and how challenging it could be to just go into transition defense.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
I was just talking about turnovers this game and how difficult that can be to kind of flip the switch into defense and get the ball back.
Yeah, I mean, turnovers aren't great, especially for a team that is very good at offensive transition. And for us, if we turn the ball over, we're automatically out of position. So that's kind of hard for us to slow the ball down and just finding the groove, because it basically feels as if the offense is kind of in control of that. And with Oregon State, I feel like one of the things that we emphasize is defensive transition and staying in front of the ball. And so when turnovers happen, it creates that chaos for us.
Coach, UAA takes a lot of threes. They do in all their games. They don't necessarily make all of them, but they were doing that again today, and they were shooting some from far distance. How do you go about preparing for that when you know they're going to do that pretty much just as much as twos, honestly?
Yeah, when you have a size disadvantage, that's kind of your option maybe, and I thought they did a nice job moving the ball, using their post players as screeners on the perimeter to create those looks. And then, when they back up to NBA range, it really stretches you defensively, and in some cases, that's hard to get used to. It's like, are you really going to shoot that? Do I really have to meet you this far from the basket? And so I thought the team, it took us a while to adapt to that. They also pass the ball very well. I mean, it's a talented group of guards as far as ball handling and spacing and moving it. So I thought we adapted much better as the game went on. I thought we were, a step slow early. And then fourth quarter, when really the game was on the line and we stretched it, that was the difference. We were not allowing shots to go up at all, actually, making them put it on the floor, and then forcing their post players, to launch threes, and that was our game plan. And so I liked how we adapted as it went.
Thank you. Katie, most minutes and most points of college career so far. Tell a little bit about your experience this game.
I felt really good to get out there, help the team get the win, and just, felt really good.
I have a follow-up. What do you think allowed you to have so much success today?
I think just being ready for whatever the team needed me to do, being ready to shoot the ball when I was open, and just taking the best shots that I could take.
You made a lot of threes tonight. Just kind of talk about the feeling when your name is called and you have to perform.
Always being ready, no matter what, no matter the circumstance. I always tell myself to be ready and just let the ball fly. That's what I do, so just let it go. Yeah.
I can speak to it. Let me speak to that. I'm really proud of Katie. She has such a good feel offensively. There's not a steep learning curve for her on that end of the floor, but everybody has to learn a lot defensively. And what gets you on the court here is that. It's like being lockdown defense, accurate defensively, and that's usually the most difficult thing for a first-year player, whether it's coming from, no matter where you're coming from, first year, it doesn't matter how old you are even. And so Katie has adapted so quickly to our schemes, to the physicality that is demanded of her, and I thought her defense was lights out in this game. I thought she did such a nice job closing out to shooters, making them put it on the floor, then recovering quickly to take those shots away. She rebounded well, and so I thought she just played a very good, complete game, and that's just a tribute to her hard work that we have been watching, every day that was on display today. So super proud of Katie, and Kira and Laura as well. It's a lot to take on as a first-year player, and they're doing a great job.
This is a question for any of you, but the players might be able to answer better. I know just after the game, during the mingle, it was Chloe and Lucia talking to, who was it, number 21, Alba on UAA's side. I know they're all from Spain. Do you guys know if they knew each other before the game or just connecting over that?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
They probably might have.
I mean, I feel like all Spaniards know each other.
Yeah.
That's just something that I've learned here. Like, everybody knows each other. And I want to say prior, I'm not sure if they're from all different regions of Spain. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like they've played against each other, but I don't think that they actually knew each other prior to like coming here. But it seems as if they've known each other for a really long time.
They're trying each other up, so
Yeah.
I don't know, it seemed like they did. And this will be my last thing, but I guess I can skip this. Scott, I remember against UAF actually preseason, I asked you if you'd seen any like combinations develop or players who didn't necessarily play together last year that you'd like seeing together right now. And you said it's too early then, understandably. But how about now, getting close to conference play?
It's a good question. I don't even know if I have an answer now. We're a moving target. And so I think I'm just, like today, it was different people's days at different times. It wasn't just somebody's day today and not somebody else's. Everybody had their moments. Like I would say, our starting guards didn't shoot the ball well today. Yet they all three had big moments in the game that were impactful. And other than T. And so, so I think we're still searching, for that. I mean, if you look at the numbers, Lizzie and Katie, we're a great combo today if you look at the plus minus. And so I think that's just continuing to evolve. But that's an interesting question. We're always searching for that, the chemistry that works. And so T playing the one today was key for us. I thought that was a significant just factor in this game. And that's a lot to ask of her, but that was an effective strategy today, And so it's fun to kind of just figure this puzzle out, but it's a lot of moving parts. Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.
Go Beavs.
Thank you.
you.
Go Beavs.
Go Beavs.